Well, here we are again, folks. Another month and further down the road into the black abyss created by our public servants, our U.S. government. How much longer are we going to take this? How much longer are we going to stand by and watch our servants take control and destroy our lives? I want to talk to you about a couple of things here that are really disturbing, amongst many, of course. The first thing is that the lack of understanding of our Constitution by our fellow men and women in the United States of America. Now, I want to tell you that the Constitution is the law of the land. If you don't like the Constitution, then you have to work to change it. It's not your opinion. The Constitution is not to be interpreted through your rose-colored glasses or through your green-colored glasses or through your amber-colored glasses. The Constitution is to be interpreted exactly word for word as it is. A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. Those words are very clear. I don't see how they can be mixed up, confused. A militia is we the people. A militia is not a government entity, never has been, never will be. Very clear, just go back and read the Founding Fathers and their statements. A well-regulated militia means a well-trained militia. We train with our weapons so that we become very proficient with those firearms and weapons so that we can protect our land from all enemies, foreign and domestic. Our country is our servant. Our government employees are our servants. All politicians are servants of we the people. They need to listen to what we have to say. Of course, they won't any longer. We know through organizations like We the People that Bob Schultz has repeatedly written petitions to the government, filed lawsuits about the right to petition the government for redress of grievances, as so stated in the First Amendment of the Constitution, that we do have that right. There's a lot of precedents there, a lot of history. Basically, that comes from the Magna Carta. You can go read it for yourself. But our government is no longer listening whatsoever. The Republicans and the Democrats no longer listen. There are too many lobbyists that control those two organizations. So we have to break free from the matrix here. Now, we're not going to do it through the Republican and the Democratic parties. You've heard me say this before. I'm going to say it again, and I'm going to say it again and again and again, because some of you just aren't listening. You continue to think. I want to talk about CPAC. This is the biggest facade I've ever seen in my life. Rush Limbaugh, a proponent for conservatism and liberty? I don't think so, people. I don't think so. That's like saying Newt Gingrich, one of the major players in Washington, D.C., is also a conservative, freedom-fighting patriot. These people are all for the New World Order. In fact, I dare you to bring up the New World Order to Rush Limbaugh to see what he has to say about it. I dare for you to talk about the New World Order to any Republican so-called conservative caucus or organization within that the Republican Party has set up, like the American Family Association or any of the other dogmatic organizations that espouse these neocon ideals. Do you understand that your mind has been captured and you must break free from this? You need to wake up. We need to wake people up and tell them the truth. There is a new world order, a collection of, or a gathering of elitists that want to control the world. What is so hard about figuring that out? I don't understand how people can't see that. But then again, I can, because they're blind to it. And why are they blind to it? Because they're ignorant, basically. Now, some of you are going to get very upset with me about saying that, but that's the truth. Ignorance. Ignorance is no excuse, by the way. The Democrats and the Republicans are both working together behind closed doors to bring our nation into a new world order. They're going to break our economy as they already have. Why do you think everything that you do doesn't work when you're dealing with the Republicans or Democrats? How many of your ideas have they actually taken and accomplished through efforts. We've been doing this for years and years. How many times are you going to allow your spouse to cheat on you before you kick them out of the house? Well, how long are you going to allow your party to cheat on you and to lie to you and before you kick them out? That's why I'm chairman of the Constitution Party of Florida, and I joined the Constitution Party because I can find men in that party that are true to their word, and those are the kind of candidates we're running. And you're saying, oh, now you're pitching your party. You bet I'm pitching my party. We're called the Constitution Party for a reason, because we believe in the Constitution as being the law of the land for our public servants to obey. My freedom document is the Declaration of Independence. I don't swear an oath to the Constitution because I'm not a public servant. My freedom document is the Declaration of Independence, where it clearly states that my rights are natural rights given to me by my Creator. The government never created me. Now, if you say that your rights come from the Constitution, then your government has created you. My rights come from my Creator, not from my servant government. Break free from this type of thinking. You have to understand they have brainwashed your minds and taken control of everything that you do, including your love for soft things in life, for entertainment. Barack Obama is a master at talking before the people and lulling them to sleep, and then infiltrating their minds with his garbage, with his Marxist ideals. By the way, Barack Obama, Barry Soetoro, appeals to those people who want something for nothing. You must understand this. And at CPAC, they had this 13-year-old kid who was supposed to be, Mr. Neocon conservative. I have to tell you something. I listened to the young man, and to be quite frank with you, he doesn't know what he's talking about. He's a neocon conservative, is what he is. Another Rush Limbaugh in the making. Another Newt Gingrich in the making. Okay? Another good senator, as all the Republicans are, or the Republican senators are, one of the talking head neocon so-called conservative senators who sit there and put their hand out for the payoff while they sell us down the New World Order. It's very simple how we solve our problems in America today. We end the Federal Reserve. We go back to constitutional lawful money. We end the IRS. We close our borders off. No one can come in. We throw all the illegal aliens out, and we eliminate all these open border treaties, and we start manufacturing back here in the United States. We tell the corporations, if you want to manufacture overseas, then pack your stuff and leave. And don't import it into our country any longer, because we're not buying it. Do you understand? This is what needs to be done. Our country is never going to recover financially while we have open trade and a free-for-all. We have to protect our house. Wake up and smell the roses. And freedom is never free, never has been, and it never will be. And it's too late to fight when you're face down in the dirt and your hands are shackled behind your back. Open your heart, America. You need to open it up to the truth.